Hello rejects, my name is Krimmel Krungi and welcome back to another Darktide news video. Today marks the 29th of November and the Darktide pre-order beta has officially ended. With that ending, the game releases tomorrow on the 30th, and with that there's a lot of things to talk about that have officially happened. So first things first, Darktide, or otherwise known as Fatshark, made a tweet and they talked about progression. They said, rejects. Some may forget the promise of progress. We did not. Progression will carry over from the beta to the full release. This is really exciting. I'm really excited that we're actually getting this because it's definitely not like I spent 150 hours on the game or anything and did all the penances by any chance. That definitely didn't happen. But yeah, so I'm very excited because I was about to actually go crazy if the game was not gonna, carry over our progress, but I'm very excited that it did. The next thing is they wanted to reward us for playing in the pre-order beta, and by doing that, they went ahead by giving us a special set of cosmetics. So, with that being said, you get a set of helmets. And they said, as a way of showing our gratitude, we would like to give all players that played the beta a bespoke set of headgear. This will include the following: a beta company flak helm size XXXXXXL, that's for the Ogren; a Recon Company beta helm and Psycana collar, that's for the Psyker; a Recon Company beta Vanguard helm, I'm assuming that's for the Sharpshooter; and then the Helm of Devoted bearing a seal of intolerance, and that is for your Zealot. So they said, we are excited to fully release the game tomorrow at 18 UTC in preparation for the launch. To ensure progression is carried over, we will have a downtime scheduled today starting at 13 UTC, and you can find your specific regional timing here. Before we get into that, I want to show off the little picture from the launcher of what the beta helmets look like, and overall I think they're really cool. They kind of look like a bit of a guardsman helmet with a little bee on it. You could probably make some like pretty cool glamours with it. Now I don't know if this is the final version of what the beta helmets are going to look like. It was just what they showed off. Obviously it's not all of them. The Psyker one is missing, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see what it's gonna look like. The next thing we got is a lot of people were kind of talking about whether the pre-order beta, whether the game was going to release in early access or full release. I think it's going to launch in full access. However, it could relaunch in early access. We don't know. Only reason people say this is due to the fact that the game is missing content, and they said that things like crafting wouldn't be open at launch fully, and a lot of people aren't doing too happy with this, and I totally understand that. But at the same time, you have to keep in mind that they are a smaller company. Fatshark doesn't have that huge of a company, but you can't give them excuses to give them excuses. So back to the global release timings. So this right here is a map of all the global release timings for when the game is going to drop tomorrow. So if you live in LA, it's going to be around 10 a.m. PST. And then if you're in Vancouver, it's also 10 a.m. PST. And then of course you're in Mexico, Chicago, it's around 12 p.m. CST. New York is 1 p.m. Then we got Berlin and London over here. These are your CETs and your GMTs, both at 7 p.m. for Berlin and Stockholm, and then London over with Brazil, your GMT BRTs. However, if you're anywhere located on the right side of this map, pretty much anywhere in Singapore, Beijing, Seoul, Tokyo, Sydney, or even Wellington, you're not getting the game till the 1st of December, which kind of sucks. But you will get the game eventually. The game is also going to launch on Game Pass as well, which is very interesting. I don't know if Game Pass is going to be the exact same player pool as Steam. I'm hoping it is, unless they pair Game Pass with Xbox. And at the moment, there has been no talk about crossplay yet, so we don't have any, there's been nothing about crossplay as of right now. People are pretty much just assuming that the game's not really going to launch with crossplay, which is a bit of a bummer. I think it would just really help the player base, and it'd be cool to play with friends on Xbox. But if it doesn't launch with it, then it doesn't launch with it. So my friends, that is it for today's video. Don't forget to go ahead and join the Discord down below, as well as subscribe, leave a like, and turn on notifications for more Darktide content coming out. When the game releases, I'm going to be doing a lot of guides, build guides, as well as other content related and non-related to Darktide. So with that being said, guys, I bid you guys farewell.